Hi, everybody. This is Victor, and welcome back to another session for spoken learning. Um, I hope you're okay. I hope you're well. You're at home. You're safe, and you're having a good time with friends or and family. Today I have a brand new edition for advices to learn a new language. This is something that I wanted to work before on. I already brought to you 4 advices yesterday, so I have 4 that probably are similar, but they're actually at the same time very specific on what I want to say when I'm talking about them. So here we go. Allow me to share my screen. But first, let me remind you that Spoken Learning provides private Spanish lessons for children and adults, even if you don't know any Spanish at all. But also, if you already have some experience, I have told you this many times. Remember that you want to take your skill to the next level. You can you can contact us to the 832-413-2166 to enroll. And we're not tutors. That is very important. We are professional teachers. Okay, so with that on mine already, I am going to share my screen with you so you can see advices to learn a new language, part 2. Okay, consejos para aprender un nuevo idioma. The first one is actually a little bit complicated. Let's see if I can put it like in simple words. Start thinking on your new language. While it might seem very hard at the beginning, try to think in the new language you're learning and progressively avoid to think on your mother tongue while you are practicing. This will force your brain to develop the abilities and acquire the words, meanings, and sounds necessary to communicate. It's like you put your brain in blank, and while doing that, your brain will have to look for another way to communicate, right? So that will allow you to gain the actual words that you need, and do not trust or keep feeling confident on the mother tongue that you already have. So you will have to trust yourself on the new words that you're learning to express the new words that you want to say, right? So that's the thing. Start thinking on your new language. And by that I mean also talk to yourself. Complementario al consejo anterior, talking to yourself, hablarte a ti mismo en tu nuevo idioma, hace que desarrolles algo llamado narrador interno. Narrador interno. En tu nuevo idioma y con ello un nuevo tú, que piensa en otro idioma. Como dijera el emperador Carlomagno, tener un segundo idioma es tener una segunda alma. By talking to yourself, you're going to develop this new part of your brain that is going to have like new words, new abilities, and it's going to be a new version of you that actually talks in another language. I don't know if that makes sense a little bit or not, but that's what it is. So this is what you need to talk to yourself to develop that inner narrator in your mind that is going to allow you to switch between languages. Por ejemplo, si me pongo a hablar español, or like if I switch to English, I don't have to think like the words that I want to say. I don't have that. I don't want to say. I don't have to say that. I don't have to do that exchange between languages. It's not a filter. There's no filter between the two languages that I am speaking. It's a switch, like español, inglés, Spanish, English, just like that, right? So this is how you do it, by talking to yourself and by thinking on your new language, okay? Another thing, and this is something like to reinforce your confidence, and that is own the new language. People normally feel shy about learning a new language, and they're always saying things like, I'm still learning, or I just know a few things. But when you're actually committed to learn it, you have to start saying that you know the language. You might be still learning, but if you care about the language, you should own it and convince yourself that you're talking to a new language, that you are learning and expressing in another language. So own the language. Do not hesitate on saying, I am a Spanish speaker, an English speaker, ik spreek Dutch, I don't know, or all those kind of things that you might say to yourself that you're actually learning a new language. Embrace it, own it, and with that, convince yourself that you're actually doing. Feel it. Okay, that's what I meant. Own the new language. Feel it like part of yourself already. And that is connected to the next part, which is do not be afraid of making mistakes. justo como los primeros dos, estos consejos también se complementan. Cuando estamos aprendiendo un nuevo idioma nos sentimos incapaces de expresarnos, pero la verdad es que ni siquiera lo intentamos. Muchas veces tenemos mucho miedo, tenemos miedo al ridículo y no nos atrevemos a armar oraciones o siquiera decir un saludo. Una forma de evitar esto es perder el miedo a sonar extraño o fallar o cometer errores. Hay que recordar que solo se les llama errores cuando no estamos aprendiendo. No tengas miedo de cometer errores. Habla, practica y exprésate. That what I mean with this is when we're afraid of making mistakes, probably we're not going to be capable of expressing properly and not even start talking already in the new language because you're going to feel that you don't have enough words. Just use the words you have. If you're practicing, if obviously if you're practicing with a teacher, the teacher would let you know the proper way to talk, but don't feel like somebody is gonna like laugh about you or laugh at you directly by saying, "Oh, you're saying it so wrong." Probably it sounds you sound weird at the beginning. Everybody sounds weird. It's like the advice that I told you yesterday. You're gonna sound like a baby at first. Everybody is going to sound like a baby by not pronouncing correctly and such. But that doesn't mean that you should stop trying. Do not be afraid of making mistakes. Do not feel afraid of sounding weird. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. That's that's pretty much it. So that's it. That is all the advices that I have for you today. Remember that this is very important for when you're learning a new language, and this is obviously beyond practicing, beyond having your resources properly, all those kind of things. That is beside that. This is beside that, and beyond that. You can always try to follow these advices because this is going like directly to your mind setting and the way you think and process information. That's what I'm trying to ahead at this point. And that's pretty much it. Eso es todo por hoy. Muchísimas gracias por su atención. Solo me queda recordarles que in Spoken Learning we provide private Spanish lessons for children and adults, even if you have no previous knowledge. Remember to call or text 832 413 3166. Now we'll see you next time.